And welcome back to World This Morning with Hajra Sati and Fahim Bangush. We were having a lovely conversation before the break, and as Hajra told you earlier that we will be having an interesting segment after the break, and here we are. Well, I would introduce our guest for the second segment. We have with us Mr. HUMAYUN Mughal. He's a journalist, he's a writer, he's a vlogger, and he has been residing in Japan for the last almost 40 years. So we will be talking about his experiences in Japan and some comparisons between Japan and Pakistan, of course. This is going to be an interesting conversation, and with Mr. HUMAYUN we have...
We are very glad. Assalamu alaikum, sir. First of all, we would like to invite him. Thank you so much for coming to our show, because he has been regular on our show and he talks passionately about Japan. So, assalamu alaikum once again.
Ohayo gozaimasu. Assalamu alaikum.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we will. You've been coming to our show. You're wearing very vibrant colors, mashallah. And tell us something about Japan that fascinates us and that makes us go to that very beautiful country that's very secluded and far off, but I mean holds a very attraction and fascination for the tourists there.
Yes, Japan is a very heart-loving countries, and they are very warm nations. Like the red is is the color of the Japan.
Yes.
And green is the color of Pakistan.
Yes.
So I think we have a very great combination between Pakistan and Japan.
Wonderful.
And we have to make a great relation. It's a cultural relation, diplomatic relation. And Japan, I think they love Pakistan very much. And I think Pakistan also loves Japan very much.
That's very true, because Japanese has this tradition or culture of meditation, and I think it has been, I would say it's attracted around the world because of a very huge trees, very long trees there, and we have Sufism here in Pakistan, which also focuses on the meditation. And there was this one particular thing that I was reading about the Japan, and that fascinated me a lot, which is about that how Japanese people they are a bit worried about the tourism that is taking place there, because it's not very ethical, and people love peace there, and there's very peaceful environment. What do you have to say about it?
Actually, Japan people are loving very, tourism loving nations. So at the 30 years ago, I have been bringing a lot of the Japanese to Pakistan. They love Pakistan very much. They like the Pakistani culture, like a Gandhara, Buddhism. And I think they want to come again.
Wonderful.
But somehow, there's the circumstances around the world that there is no peace now in the perfect peace. But somehow, they love to visit. And especially a lot of the international community, now they are visiting to Japan. At 3 years, we have been closed due to the quiet. So, but now they open it, and a lot of the world's, tourism coming to Japan, and they're enjoying and culture. And Japan is a rich culture, like they have a samurai, they have a, that a kimono, they have a karate, yoga, everything.
Yes,
so
true.
I think the whole world is, tourism is basically to take interest in their culture.
And besides that, they also have this technological advancements in
right.
each and every sector, which we
Yes.
also see on social media as well in
Bullet
different
trains,
videos.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's also one of the reasons why people want to visit and see, because the people that have gone to Japan in my fraternity, they say it's a different world,
True.
both in terms of culture and technology.
Of course, because Japan, high technology world, and I think they are peace-loving people, and their technology is for peace. Whenever they put any title of the project, they feel, wrestling for peace, sport for peace, technology for peace. So this is, peace-loving nation is, I think, only you can find in Japan. They
Because
don't
Japan
like
is one
war,
of the
they like
countries,
peace.
because they are the people who have been through the violence,
That's
have
right.
been through the
That's right.
nuclear bombing, and I
Yes.
think it's, they should be the one who should be talking
Yes.
about peace
Yes.
for the rest of the world
That's
as well.
right. Yes,
Right,
yes,
right.
yes.
So now let's come to
Exactly. Now, moving towards you, HUMAYUN sir, since you are living in Japan, you do visit Pakistan, would you like to tell us what actually the Japanese people think of Pakistan in general,
Right.
think of Pakistan in today's era? Can you show us Pakistan with the lens of Japan?
Yes, actually, I have been living 40 years in Japan and bringing a lot of Japanese to Pakistan, students, religious pilgrims. They are looking that the Pakistan is, like a holy place for them.
Yes.
I see.
It's like a Mecca Medina, because they are Buddhist. Mostly 70% Japanese are Buddhist, and they love Gandhara, the Mahatma Buddha statues here, and his history or archaeologies. They call it the flower of stone. That means the Gandhara. And they have been every year, hundreds and hundred group was coming to Pakistan, I'm telling you, because I was coordinating them.
I
But
see.
within this 20 years, they stopped because of some these troubles. nothing, there is no peace. So they are looking, Pakistan is very lovely country, and they said they want to come again here.
But now Pakistan has changed again. We do
Yes.
see that peace has.
Yes, now he's coming. That's why I'm here now, because I'm trying to bring last time I brought Anthony Inoki, wrestler. I brought 50 wrestlers and make a show in the Lahore, Peshawar. I do a lot of events here. And now I'm again going to produce one show here again. I
Right.
came here for that, to talking with my producer, to going to show again the wrestling show in Japan. From the lot of wrestlers coming to, because Anthony Inoki was a very famous wrestler in Pakistan,
Wonderful.
because he was fighting with Jhara and everything. So he died last year actually.
Right.
And he was Muslim actually, So I'm thinking to his followers and his wrestlers want to come to pray to the Pakistani wrestlers graveyards, want to pray. They are not Muslim, but they respect Pakistan.
Wonderful.
So they have very deep respect with Pakistan. They want we have the sport exchange, culture exchange, and religious pilgrim. That the Buddhist holy places and Sawad, Gandhara, they want to visit there, and that's why they feel that Pakistan is very loved country for them, and they want to come again. So that's their eyes.
And also, did you meet the culture minister and talk about the exchange programs, both for the Japanese people and the Pakistani people?
Yes, yes. In Japan also, I already talked to them, and in here also, I'm talking with the government people. They also, because a lot of our former ambassador to Japan, they have been organizing that way. We have been doing about 15 years this culture exchange program, and now he's a former ambassador, but he's very interesting. He can speak Japanese, and thus I'm going to meet him with him and to organize another 2 or 3 events. In lot of Japanese groups are coming to Pakistan, and I'm organizing for that.
Right.
So that's why I'm here now.
Right, that's lovely, because as Fahim mentioned and as Mughal Sahab also mentioned, that Pakistan after the 9/11 unfortunately was viewed through the lens of terrorism and extremism, and now that lens is breaking away, shattering
right.
away. There are lots of other stories about Pakistan, and our society is much more than that. It has always been
Yes.
like that. They are
right.
coming to the fore, for example, cultural tourism, for example, our different aspects of the folklore that are being brought to the world, and their attention is so this is the real attention that the world should be getting from the Pakistan and the society.
Like you
So Mughal Sahab, coming back to you, and I think before we wrap up this segment, what are your future plans between the collaboration Pakistan and Japan, and what do you intend to do in the coming age, because this is the time of the cultural diplomacy, and it's a very important aspect of a soft power, and since you are one of the influential people in Japan, what do you intend to do?
Basically, tourism is, I think, the tourism is a strong blood of economy.
That's
Right.
If you develop and flourish it, I think the whole world will come to Japan, to Pakistan. When I was growing in Pakistan, I have been when I was 20 years. A lot of the international community was here. A lot of European was, traveling by bus, coming from Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. So that kind of period, I want to come back to the future. Pakistan should be like that country, back like a humanity, our rich culture, the whole world should come, feel that Pakistan is a loving country, and especially I want to bring the religious pilgrim from Japan, the Buddhist pilgrim to Pakistan, and they want to understand with the Sufism. Our Sufism is very closer to the Japanese Buddhism.
That's true.
So I think this is the spiritual thing can make more, diplomatic relation, more cultural, and more friendly.
And also, are you in liaison with the information ministry as well? Because apart from the tourism part, we can also collaborate in the media industry and the filmmaking, documentary, short film, etc. In order to encourage and highlight our culture and theirs.
Yes, actually, I have my own YouTube channel too. I'm also making documentaries. I bring a lot of my channels to here. We have been doing every year 2 big documentaries about Pakistan, especially like Gandhara and especially rich culture. And I think in future, again, we are going to restart it here because they love Pakistan very much. Pakistani culture, Pakistani food. Now, the biryani is very famous in Japan. We are introducing the Pakistani foods. So this is, how to make the culture is based on the tourism, I think. Without tourism, you cannot understand what is the culture. When you go and travel to the country, you eat the food, meet the people, you can feel how lovely people. And they say that Pakistani peoples are very lovely people, very respectable, very friendly, and Japanese really love Pakistan very much.
Now, as they say, the more you travel, the more it increases your exposure
That's
towards
right.
life, and the more you get to understand more
Yes.
people, and the more tolerance you develop inside of yourself. Well, thank you very much, HUMAYUN Mughal Sahab, for coming here and giving
sir.
us your time. And